This episode of the Rocker Skating Podcast is brought to you by John Wilson Blades. For more than 329 years, John Wilson has been perfecting the art of blade making in Sheffield, England. And while their history runs deep, their eyes are always on the future. That's why they created the Revolution, the world's most advanced figure skating blade. It is the perfect fusion of centuries-old craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology, delivering unmatched precision, responsiveness, and performance. That's why the majority of world and Olympic champions trust John Wilson. Because when history meets innovation, you get the revolution. Before we get started with the Rocker Skating Podcast this week, I'm going to do one more plug because rocker skating pins are getting out of New York City to the hands of the people who need, especially the menning pins before the menning happens at the Olympics. So if you would love to do a little bit of supporting of rocker skating, or you just like pins because it's pin season at the Olympics, go to rockerskating.com/pins. Thank you all so much for the support already. It goes toward all of the coverage that I have for rocker skating. It goes to the Rocker Skating Podcast. It goes to everything that I provide for no cost for the figure skating community. So if you're able to and you want to, please go and take a look at those pins. If not, that's also fine. And then also, New York City folks, if you are around this week and want to nerd out with your fellow figure skating enthusiasts, Rocker Skating Meetup is happening in Soho on Wednesday, the 28th. So go to rockerskating.com and take a look. Welcome to the Rocker Skating Podcast. It's Four Continents recap time.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm actually, like, this time last week when we were talking about Europeans, I was sort of, not that I was like down in the dumps, but I was sort of like, I just spent 40 hours watching Europeans and I don't feel very good after it.
Yeah. The schedule for Four Continents was a lot better than Europeans.
I don't know if it was a lot better, but it was the skating was more inspiring.
Well, there's that too.
You know, I did 4 basically all-nighters, and it was a good time. I really enjoyed it.
I mean, I enjoyed it too, watching it the next morning. You know, it was like spread out well in that I could watch some skating every day, and I wouldn't feel like I had to spend the whole day watching skating, and you know, I could digest it.
It also wasn't like 40 people, right? It was, you know, there were 11 pairs, there were 15 ice dance teams, there was, 22 women and 26 men. I can't believe I just got that right. It was digestible. And there was actually very good skating really across the 4 disciplines. And I truly enjoyed it. Let's actually talk about Milan for a quick second. We can't not talk about this before we start our 4 continents recap.
Guess who's going to be in Milan?
Well, guess who already was in Milan?
They did it already?
They did it today.
Oh, cool. Can they stay there?
Hudson Williams and Connor Story were announced on last Friday, that they would be torchbearers at the Olympics. So for those of you who don't understand what torchbearers are, and I've seen a lot of comments on the interwebs about it, they're like, why don't you have athletes do it? No, yeah. I mean, there are literally thousands of people who like run for like a quarter mile with the torch.
It's about Olympic publicity.
Yeah, it's this thing where they do this torch relay for like months from wherever they had the flame last to wherever they're having the flame now. And so our Heated Rivalry boys were asked to do it, and they're already in Europe because they've been in fashion weeks all over the place. And so they were torchbearers. I mean,
did they run one after the other, or did they hold hands?
They were together. They were together.
So sweet.
Shane and Ilya were the torchbearers for the Olympics. How old would they be right now? They were what, like 18
Oh,
in
I have no idea.
2008, and so it's been 18 years. So they'd be
Early 30s.
36-year-old
Yeah, mid-30s.
36-year-old Shane Hollander and Ilya Rozanov
Are
were
they
the torchbearers.
are they out yet?
Oh yeah, they're definitely out.
Are they married?
I think at this point in the like lore, they
Yeah.
are married.
Aw. Well, you know who is going to be in Milan during the Olympics is Tessa Virtue, who,
Ooh,
like us, is a heated rivalry superfan. She's
I
one of
love
us,
it. I
Jackie.
love it.
She's one
I
of
love it.
us. Yeah.
And she told Scott Moyer to watch it on the
Yeah.
plane. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Scott Moyer, I'm like literally going to text Scott Moyer being like, no, do not watch Heated Rivalry on the plane. Do not. Unless you have a door and a small screen.
Poor Scott. He's just like, I don't wanna watch this. I wanna watch real hockey.
I
But
feel like Scott and I talked about Heated Rivalry at US Nationals or
yeah.
something. I don't know. I feel like I remember talking about it. Anyway, so that's our weekly Heated Rivalry segue. Let's talk about pairs. We'll start with pairs because
Oh, this event.
we knew we knew coming into Four Continents that we would get our questions answered.
Yeah. I didn't
And
like the answers.
our questions were
I'm not
answered.
happy with them. Wenjing Sui and Song Han, or as Chris Howard says, Wenjing Su and Song Han. So sorry, that was just so irritating. Anyway, Sui and Han are not looking like they feel very good. They're both quite injured, it appears, and they talked about it. And different issues going on, and looked to be in pain when they were skating. And after their short program, they looked like they were in a lot of pain. Wenjing Sui
Especially
looked,
Wenjing.
yeah,
Especially Wenjing.
yeah. Well, she was looked like she was hurting going in to start the free skate. And I mean, she's a warrior. She really fought through those programs, but it's worrisome, and it's. I feel like it's below their level and below where, even if they weren't near back where they were in the past, like, I don't think they wanna be in this condition heading into the Olympics. It's
They
it's
have
only a
3
week
programs
away.
to do. They have 3
Yeah.
programs to do.
I
So,
mean, 4.
potentially 4. China's not gonna get into the free skate
I
and the
know,
team
but you
event.
can't you have to plan for it.
I
I
mean, true.
mean,
I I the thing about so in the press conference after Four Continents, when Jing was talking about what happened, and she said that she has a bone bruise on her foot, and the bone bruise has led to also then pain in her hip and
mhm,
her knee,
mhm,
and like she's got everything taped up, and we were seeing her go into her closing position, and after they held their closing position, she would immediately collapse to
mhm,
her knees because she was hurting so much. And then she would get up, and Cong would try to kind of like keep her up, and then she would
mhm.
collapse again. She did this after the short program and after the free skate, and
Yeah,
it was
and
very worrisome.
it was a fan video that showed this because the feed was cutting to the crowd. Like, they weren't showing it all, they were going back and forth, but, like, people in the arena filmed her exclusively, and you could really see this, and, um
And we saw it actually in the actual live feed in the free
mhm,
skate. So,
mhm, yeah,
um, the question coming in was always, are they ready? Are they going to
mhm,
be podium ready? And they're not at
no.
all.
I mean, I think they felt like they probably needed to push themselves to a certain level to get there, and I don't really know if maybe they did it too fast, maybe they weren't
It
ready yet to
probably
get to that
was.
level, and, um, they were a very hurt team throughout their career before Beijing. I mean, they were always dealing with something, and it's like, it's rough to see, and gosh, it's like you wanna see them do it, and it's just
You do.
it looks like it's hurting them.
I mean, they're one of the great teams of all
Mhm,
time, and for them to hobble into the Olympics like
yeah,
this is very hard to watch. But there's also the fact that they were way overscored yet again. They weren't
yeah.
quite as overscored as they were earlier in the season, I don't think, but
No, it
still, like,
wasn't like Cup of China bad, but it was generous.
it the you look at the lifts and
Mhm.
how small those lifts were in ice coverage, in
Yeah.
tentativeness, in I mean the
Mhm.
reverse lasso lift that got so much attention at Cup of China because it's not a reverse lasso lift, it's a
Mhm.
press lift. Um, and and it sort of it got better for NHK Trophy, it got better for Chinese nationals, and then it got worse again.
Mhm.
And um, she's barely holding on. I I had so many feelings about it because
Mhm.
I've always loved this pair, and they're generally just like so personable and like have been such great ambassadors for the sport, right? And sad to see that they're going to be doing what they're doing
Mhm.
and having to basically cross their fingers for the Olympics. And that's what's
Mhm.
going to happen.
Yeah. 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 I mean, you wonder if it's worth it to go. I'm sure they're gonna go, but it's just it's rough.
It just
And yeah.
if I were them, I would look at this and be like, we came back to defend our Olympic title. Realistically, like how are we going to do that?
Yeah.
Really don't know. If
Yeah.
I were them, I would think very differently about
Yeah.
how this works. But you've put the time in, you've done all the things to get here, and you're here, and so that's how it goes. They end up second, which for me was two places too high. Um, they should have been off the podium. They really should have
Yeah.
been. Uh, that free skate was not.
No. It was rough.
It was
Yeah.
very rough.
Yeah.
But you made fun of me last week when I said
Ugh.
this.
What, that Efimova and Mitrofanov would beat them?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I still would make fun of you for saying that. I just didn't expect Swain Han's condition to have deteriorated to the point that it has.
Not just beat them. I said they had a chance to win, and you were
Yeah.
like, "No, that would never
No.
happen."
No.
And
I
Alisa
still can't believe it
Efimova,
happened.
I
Like,
I don't I don't think they can either. I mean,
yeah.
they beat the reigning Olympic champions, who are obviously not in top shape.
Yeah.
They beat Nagao Komoriguchi, who've been very good this season. And it wasn't just that; it was that Alisa Efimova was landing stuff.
Yeah.
Which was it's such a good sign for them because the issue is always her side by side, and she has a
Yeah.
tendency to double, she has a tendency to bail out in the middle of them, which she did on the side by side triple toes and the free skate, but she landed two of the three cleanly, two of the three triples cleanly, and that
Mm.
was really, really great to see. And you know Misha Mitrofanov wins his second Four Continents title. Can you believe that?
Crazy. No, and
He won it 4 years ago with
I
Audrey
remember.
Liu. I
Yeah.
mean, it was
It's
like
just kinda
that's yeah.
yeah.
But of course, what's also interesting slash bittersweet about the win is that they can't go to the Olympics. And
Yeah.
4 years ago,
Same.
Misha Mitrofanov and Audrey Liu were
They
just
could've.
just
Yeah.
off the
Yeah.
podium and did not get to
If
go.
they had done the skates they did at that 4 continents, I feel like at nationals, I feel like they could have made the team, but it was like they didn't skate well at nationals, and it was
Yeah.
so bizarre because they were such a reliable team,
Well,
but
and
yeah.
she had Audrey Liu had come into that nationals with like a huge cut on her cheek. Remember this
Yeah, I remember that.
from a death spiral, and
Yeah,
it was
yes.
like it was a
Yeah,
little scary that the
yeah,
accident that they had in training. Um, but they win it. Sui Han second. Nagao Komoriguchi looked good in the short program. They
yeah,
should have been, for me. They
the
should have been higher. The free skate
yeah,
was not there.
the throws got away from them in the free skate. It was like yeah. I
And
love that
here
Tree of Life program, but
It's really
yeah.
good. And here I was being like, they figured out their throws.
Yeah,
And in the short program, the throw was beautiful.
yeah.
And they
Well,
couldn't do it in the
it's
free.
different when you think you can win,
I
you know?
know, I know, I know.
Ah,
Well, they get to redeem themselves in a couple weeks.
yeah.
So
You know what really surprised me was Golubieva and Giatopoulos Moore, who really looked out of sorts here, the Australian team. I mean, they were really struggling with their pair elements, just doing a double twist. I mean, I feel like a combination of, like, her concussion and their lack of, I think, ice time, has really, you know, made them take a step back, and it's unlucky.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're certainly one of those pairs that are gonna go to the Olympics to have a good Olympic
have a
experience.
good time. Yeah. Yeah.
They know that it's not gonna be like, hey, they're not gonna be fighting for top 10.
Mhm.
They're probably not getting into the free skate.
Yeah. But a year or 2 ago, I think they absolutely were capable of that,
Absolutely.
you
Absolutely.
know?
The concussion really
Yeah.
messed with them.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah, they've never
one of
finished
the
outside the
pairs.
top 10 at Worlds.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And they've been 3 times.
Um, Zhang and Huang skated very well. They're the
Mhm.
second Chinese team. They're the
Yeah.
ones who earned the Olympic spot at the Olympic
Mhm.
qualifying competition, and they won't be going because Sui and Han are going to the Olympics.
Mhm.
Um, but really, just generally get to see them continue to have success because they have one of the best, if not the best, throw triple flip right now in the
Yeah, it was
world.
beautiful. Yeah.
And they have a lot of potential. She's a star. Like
Mhm.
she has such star quality to her.
Mhm.
And excited to see where they go in the
Mhm.
next 4 years because they really could become something.
Mhm.
Pairs, a lot of emotions with pairs.
Yeah.
Similarly, a lot of emotions with the women's event.
Oh, yeah. This was a really interesting event. The short program was just kind of wild. It was like so many things happened that I didn't expect. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'll start with Jia Shin, who won both segments of nationals, is on the Olympic team. What does she have to fall about? She should be relaxed. And she went out and she fell twice in her short program and was in 14th going into the free skate. I mean, that was crazy. And then did a beautiful free skate. I think she had one fall in it, but other than that was pretty clean. And um, showed what she can do. Yeah, so that was strange. And then
She just hasn't been able to figure it out in international competition.
yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Um, and then Gabby Daleman, 4th place in the short. That was awesome. And she skated in like the first group.
Should have been third.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had she skated later
Oh,
on, she would have
I don't
been.
know if I'd go that far. I wouldn't put her ahead of Monet. Like, not quite. I mean,
Monet w
Monet on
Monet with a
Monet
fall
Monet
on
with
an
a fall.
under rotated triple lutz and a very
Well,
tentative program.
that was a tentative program. It
Another
was
one.
interesting because the last time I saw Monet skate that was it no, we saw her at the final. No, nationals. I keep thinking back to seeing her at the final when she was just
So good.
skating out of her skin,
Yep.
and it was like the light was on inside of her, and this was so tentative and nervous and tight. Um, yeah, Ami Nakai won the short program with a really good skate. I loved her deep knee save on the triple axel. I thought that was fun. Um, yeah, but I mean,
We're bearing the lead. Bearing the
you
lead. Yuna
Yuna
Aoki.
Aoki, 2 clean programs. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Her free skate was so good.
She hit like she hit 2 triple lutz triple loops, and they were
Yeah.
beautifully
They
done,
were
both of
clean.
those.
Clean. I mean, I would say they were beautifully done, but they were very rotated. Her air
I
position is a little bit,
I don't know.
yeah.
I love the way she jumps. I know she's got a wrap on her leg
Mhm.
in her air position,
Yeah.
but the Lutz loop, the way that she just goes, she's like a pogo stick. Like
Mhm.
she just goes
Yeah.
down, the knee goes down, the everything goes up, and it's this
Mhm.
really great pop that
Yeah.
she has on that the timing of that combo.
Yeah.
I love it. But oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
I just keep thinking back to if she could have done 90%, 80% of what
Mhm.
she did at the last two competitions that she was at, Japanese nationals and here,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the season, and went into Japanese nationals being one of the top skaters as opposed to being one of the middle skaters, how different could that have been?
Yeah. I mean, I think it would have just broken our hearts a little bit more. I don't
Oh, no,
still don't
yeah.
know if she would have made the team. I don't know. There's something about like I don't know, Yuna just it's you never can predict when she's really gonna skate like this, and it often isn't when it really matters. Yeah. Um,
She's just when she is the way that she was here at Four Continents, she's brilliant.
yeah.
She is one of the best in the world.
If she could do that more often, I mean, she could be a real contender. It's just I think the mystery of when she can do it, you
I
know?
I find this to be an interesting an interesting thought experiment
Mhm. Yeah.
because 2 years ago, around this time, she was like, "It's my last season." This was
Yeah.
2024. She was like, "Oh, it's my last season."
Mhm.
And at that point, I think she had been on the senior ranks maybe for like 5 or 6 years.
Mhm.
We knew that she had potential, but never really got like she never even had a Grand Prix assignment.
Yeah.
And she goes and did she beat Kaori Sakamoto at Challenge Cup? Or at least she was very close to it.
Mhm.
Um, and everybody was like, who is this girl?
Yeah.
And why is she not? Yeah, she was second to Kaori, but she
Yeah.
she beat her in the free skate.
Yeah.
Um, and why is she not skating more? And why don't we know anything about her?
Yeah. Yeah. Her musicality is incredible. I mean, she's just amazing to watch, and, it's just yeah, the consistency, though, and we saw it this season. I mean, she could have done podium at either of her events, and she just, like, didn't,
Yeah,
and it's, yeah, it's the consistency is frustrating, but when she's on, it's, like, glorious.
it really is.
Mhm.
And so she was like, "I'm gonna retire," and then she had
Yeah.
that Challenge Cup skate. She's like, "No, I'm not gonna retire."
I'll
And
try for
then
the
sh
Olympics.
and then she came back last year and was okay, not spectacular. She did have that, 1 bronze medal at
Yeah.
NHK Trophy, um, but, finished 12th at Japan Nationals, and then we
Mhm.
were like, "Oh, maybe she's done," and then she comes back this season, and Uh, and again, she was trying for the Olympics, right? She was trying to make some miracles happen. And then again in the fall was like, eh. But then at Japanese Nationals, a very different story.
Mhm.
And then she comes here and wins four continents.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you were Yuna Aoki, you're 24 years old. You are right now in the prime of your career and your
Just do it another
success.
couple of years. What else do you have to do, you know? She's
I
the
am.
2nd woman named Yuna to ever win 4 continents.
Who's the first?
I wonder.
Yuna Hollander?
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe.
Iowa? Yuna Kim won it what, at
Mhm.
the mid
2009.
2000s? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. I am, by the way, listeners, trying to get her onto the podcast, so fingers crossed for that.
Does she speak English?
She does, not much. I will
Mhm.
have an interpreter,
Yeah, and,
but
at Skate America last year, I talked to Mrs. Kobayashi, about her. I
and
didn't
for our
try
for
with
our
English,
listeners,
but
who is Mrs.
oh,
Kobayashi?
she's the team leader for the Japan team, and she travels with them, and you'll always see her. She's, very petite, and she wears, like, red glasses, and she's always smiling, and she's l absolutely lovely,
And
and she
she t
speaks perfect English,
and she
which is a
told me she
relief.
and she told me she checks my Twitter all the time.
Aw, that's so cute. Yeah, she's lovely. She's like the best team leader you could hope to have, especially for us, like as media, because she can talk to us and she'll tell us stuff, and she always has great insight about different skaters too. Like, I remember last year at Skate America when Shun Sato was there, and she told me he's so happy he got 8s for components. He's like, feels like he won the competition. He got 8s. I was like, yeah, thank you. Perfect. Put that in my overnight.
Yeah,
Mhm.
different kind of thing now that
Mhm.
he's an Olympic medal contender.
Yeah.
So, Yu Naoki wins it. Amina Kai falls on the triple axel on the free skate,
Mhm.
but still, she skated
Yeah.
well here.
Yeah.
Gets the silver,
Mhm.
and it was about a point and a half between the two of them.
Mhm.
Monet Chiba, she had the fall on the short, and then once again had a very tentative free skate, like the both of her programs.
I'd say the free skate was as tentative as the short program.
Agreed.
It was a little better. But she definitely is underperforming at this competition.
Hmm.
I I hope she's okay. I hope she can relax. I'm really curious to see what Japan does for the team event, in terms of their selection. It's very interesting. Barb texted me today, and she told me she thinks they'll put Ami in for the short and Cowrie for the free skate. But, like, you can't leave Monet out of the team event. I
The way she's been skating,
yeah,
like just not
mm,
reliable.
yeah, I guess. I don't know, maybe Cowrie's gonna wanna do both.
Yeah, that's also a
Let's
possibility.
split the pairs. Let's do it.
I mean, the thing with the thing with Monet
Mhm,
is she seems, at least in how we see her in mixed zones and press conference, she seems very affected by these
mhm,
results.
yeah,
She's not saying like, "Oh, I learned from this, I'm gonna grow." She's like, she even during the press conference here, it felt like she was sort of wallowing in it,
mhm,
because it's not up to her standards. It's not what she wants to put out there. She knows she can do a lot better. She knows she should have won this competition. Like all of those
mhm,
things that are
yeah,
probably going through her head,
yeah,
and you just wonder if now that like she sort of came to Four Continents in some ways to be like, I want to wipe the slate clean and go into the Olympics feeling like
mhm,
I'm
I'm a contender.
confident. Yeah.
Yeah,
And in it went the other way, right?
yeah.
Like
I
this is
mean, I said this on the preview, she shouldn't have come to this competition. It's like she's making it worse. Um,
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen at the Olympics with
mhm,
her. It's she needs one skate where she blows it out of the
mhm,
water, and then she'll be back. But she needs the short program to be
yeah.
like what we saw at Grand Prix final, um, or else it'll be very tough for her.
I wonder if she's planning any more time with Caitlin before Milan. Um, Maybe in Milan?
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
I don't know
I think a lot of the Japanese skaters are going to Milan like
now.
right now.
Emily has said on TikTok she and Vadim are going on Friday. Um,
Yeah, she went back
no,
to
Thursday,
they
so they'll be there on Friday. Yeah.
they went back to Detroit. I saw,
Yeah.
and there was like a it
They
was
were
like a
gone.
pretty adventurous. They were like sleeping on the in the airport and stuff. I'm
Oh my.
like
Oh boy.
somebody give them a direct flight,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Um,
I always felt bad for the skaters in Detroit because, like, every time I've ever flown in or out of that city and that airport, I've had a delay. Every time.
really,
Oh my gosh. Well, the snow, and skating's always in the winter.
that's a
Um,
generally good experiences flying out of
you're
Detroit.
lucky.
I
I
know.
went to visit, University of Michigan for law school, and it snowed while I was there, and then my flight was canceled, and then they couldn't get me on another one. I was in the airport for 8
You're
hours.
you're
You
like,
know
this is either a sign I need to be
I
here
did not
or
go there. I did not go there.
yeah. If those of you who don't know, Michelle is a lawyer, so
Yeah, kind of. In reality.
in reality,
Yeah.
so Monet Chibo, fingers crossed that she can get to it.
Yeah.
Um, watch her face, really. Like
Yeah.
her face will tell you everything about how she's feeling at that
Very
moment
Sasha
because it's
Cohen.
literally just you
Mhm.
saw it in her face. You saw it
Mhm.
in her face when she was going into that triple Lutz in the short program where
Yeah.
she looked like she was like ready to just run off the ice. And it's she's very expressive in many ways,
Yeah.
including not being able to hide her
Yeah.
feelings.
Poor
Um,
little thing.
Brady Tennell, 4 clean or near clean
Yeah.
programs in a row, near clean
Yeah.
programs in a row for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
It's
It
the
was a
best she's
good
skated in a long
yeah.
time, and it's
Yeah.
just great to see.
Yeah.
It was a good competition
Mhm.
with some really good skating.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of calls, edge
Yeah.
calls, under
Yeah.
rotations, cues. And this was like the point in the competition when I felt like they were reviewing everything and
Mhm.
anything they could get their hands on.
Yeah.
And then during the men's free skate, I was like, you're not reviewing anything right
I
now.
know. That was at the point where, like, they were calling it out. Chris was calling it out. Like, "Well, there's no review on that, but it's clearly
I
under-rotated."
like it was very
Yeah.
weird. Like it was like a different panel
Yeah.
in the men's
Yeah.
free skate. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah. Um, I liked this Canadian skater, Fan Landry. I've not
Yes.
seen her before. She was great, maybe related to Rose Landry, I'm not sure. But yeah, she was, like, a little surprised. I feel like Canada is always surprising me with new senior women I haven't heard of before, but I liked
Fair,
her skating. It
yeah.
the free skate, it started strong and then it petered out quickly, but, yeah, I think she's good.
I think Fayon has very good basics. She's a powerful skater. She's got some very good jumps. And, for her to be at 4 continents and
Mhm,
getting a 177,
mhm,
I think she's got some very good potential there for the future years.
mhm,
Gabby Daleman finishes in 7th. Um, the free skate wasn't quite what she wanted from
mhm,
especially after that short program, but to be back in the top 10 at 4 continents in this kind of a field, that's also gotta be
mhm,
very good. No, the women.
mhm.
I woke up every single day with La La Land in my head, so,
Yes, I know. It, like, gets into your head when someone skates to the music
uh,
so well. I know.
and it's like Yuna Aoki's,
Uh-huh.
uh step sequence to Someone in the Crowd is
Yeah.
just, like,
Yeah.
playing in my head over and
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah.
Well, from one country podium sweep to another, it was what at least I expected, which was
Mhm.
an American podium sweep in
Yeah.
ice dance. And it was somewhat what you expected, which was Alicia Fabry and Paul Ayer
Mhm.
being the contenders for that upset. So um, it was a generally good, well skated dance event.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, I think some of these American teams, like, I feel like you could tell they were a little bit lagging from nationals. Not Zingas and Kolesnik though, who have
No,
so much energy. Like,
no.
they are just, I don't know, skating out of their skin. They were awesome. Green Parsons had a few little issues in their free dance that I thought were uncharacteristic, and the Browns were not as fast in the free dance as I think they have been, but they still skated pretty well. Yeah, I mean, all around, like, it was a very strong, like, effort from those 3 teams, and, like, getting the sweep is exciting. It's it's fun, and I think the first time since 2005, so for the Americans to sweep.
The
Yeah.
I thought Green Parsons had a very good rhythm dance here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really like it was close. It was like a point and a half
Mhm.
between Zingis Kolesnik and Green Parsons. There was
Mhm.
actually the
Yeah.
possibility that had Green and Parsons skated well in the free dance, that they could have been in contention for that
Yeah.
gold. But Zingis Kolesnik just ran away with it, given
Yeah.
the mistakes from Green and Parsons. Um, there were some very like out of control errors here.
Yeah.
Amy Fournier and Everest Shu had this. He went into this bracket. It's always the friggin' brackets. He went into this
Yeah.
bracket and just completely didn't even get the turn in and falls like belly flops onto his
Yeah.
elbow, and she had to like dodge him, and then she did a Yuka Orihara, and like dove over him to just
Whoa.
not
Maybe I should
not get
watch this
there.
group. I miss
Y Yeah,
this.
it was very dramatic, and
I mean, I was gonna go with Ye Kwan, like, having some crazy twizzle errors in both programs, but this sounds a lot a lot more surprising.
it was a lot more surprising.
Yeah.
And I call them out partially because I think they have a lot of potential as a new senior team,
Yeah.
and a team that you could potentially see
Mhm.
become something over the next 4 years. But they had a really just not a great four continents here.
Mhm.
Hopefully they can rebound from that.
Yeah. I wanna call out Henson and Lickers for their Blues for Kluk
Oh,
free
Blues for
dance.
Kluk,
And,
so
I
good.
am a huge snob about when people use this music because Usav and Julin obviously is, like, as good as it gets. But their program was very unique and
Yeah,
had a lot of interesting movement. I really liked it. And, yeah, that was good.
it did
It
justice
was
to the
cool.
music. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was kind of surprising to see it from a team that I don't know, that I kind of feel like they kind of are in the second tier of Canadian teams. You don't really look at them in the big, top group, but, um, yeah, it was cool to see them having that material, and I liked it. I was very intrigued, and, I'm excited to see what they do, going forward.
It's always fun to see, like, the sort of not the very, very top teams really
Mhm,
showcase their creativity,
mhm,
and, like, you know, even if they're not right now the best in Canada, they're doing things that help them stand out in ways. It
mhm.
reminds me a little bit of, Karina Manta and Joe Johnson, and how they always brought something
Yes.
very
Yes.
unique to the ice, like
Totally.
very, very them, and
Yeah.
people enjoyed them, not because they were necessarily the best of the best, but
Mhm,
because they brought you something different. They
mhm,
brought you something that was them, and I
mhm.
feel similarly to Henson and Lickers.
Yeah,
um, and Henson and Lickers, they're still young, so time to potentially be something in the next quad.
yeah. And I noticed on their ISU bio that Nathan Lickers is, Native Canadian. He was
Yes,
born
correct.
on a reservation, the Six Nations Territories of the Grand River. I thought that was cool. It's in Ontario.
He during warm-ups, he wears a little medallion on
Yeah.
his
Oh, I saw that. I wondered what it was.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It was
cool.
something that was given to him. I'm
Yeah.
not sure by whom, but
Yeah.
it's part of his indigenous heritage.
That's
So,
cool. My, my grandfather was born on the Kahnawake Reservation in, outside of Montreal. I've never been though. I wanna go.
mm,
I don't have any, heritage, but just a little DNA. But I think
I
that's so
mean,
cool.
DNA is kind of a heritage.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
I got like 12% on Ancestry.
all right. Well, let's end with the men because we've talked about everything else.
Okay.
But the men were
Mhm,
good in the short program, and they were good in the free skate.
mhm, and
Ah,
you know who was best of all? Was silver medalist Junhwan Cha,
Junhwan
who
Cha.
did his best free skate so far this season, and it was a very strong short program other than the random fall on his triple combination. But if he had done even a double loop in his free skate, he would have won. He would have gone from 6th to 1st.
Yeah.
But he was the winner of the free skate, and I was just so delighted to see him back on form and skating like we know he can skate. Um, I hope he's feeling better. He's skating like he's feeling better in his boots, and, just keep
He
building
was a
to Milan. It made me
he
so
was a
excited.
he was such a completely different skater to this
Yes.
free skate.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you have some woman yelling at you in Spanish, and that is the way to
It
go.
gets it done. Yeah.
Um,
You could feel the wind behind him when
it's
he was
so
skating.
different. It was
Yeah.
such a different program to Moulin Rouge, and that's one of the
Mhm.
reasons why I was so excited when he was like,
Mhm.
"I'm going back to Loco." I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, Loco, Loco,
Let's
Loco,
go.
please."
I love the new, like, white shirt. I felt like with the gloves he always wears those gloves, but they had, like,
He's
some
su
embroidery on them. It was just like the
I
aura of it, and then to
such a
skate like that.
fashion star.
Yes, I know. Yeah. I mean, he knows we love it, so.
Supermodel. I haven't seen him in a while, actually, I feel like. I did an interview with him years ago,
Mhm.
and I just remember being like, "Oh my god, you're so much taller than me." Like,
I mean,
he's deceptively tall.
yeah. I mean, everybody looks tall to me, but I don't remember I don't remember that in particular. We saw him at Worlds last year, but that's the last time I've seen him in person. I
Yeah,
didn't see him at all this season.
but, like, actually interacting with him,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's been a few years since I've
Yeah.
seen him. Um, but who did I say was gonna win 4 continents?
Kao Miura, and he
Kao
did.
Miura wins
Barely.
4 continents,
Barely.
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 The short program was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. It was so good. That was like beast mode. It was so good.
I would have loved to have seen him go over 100 on that short
I
program.
agree. I agree. I thought it should have.
I
I
don't
should it should have
yeah,
gone.
it's like,
Yeah.
I don't care that he did 3 level 3 spins. He should have gotten
Yeah.
the 100
Components.
without
Yeah.
the level 4
Yeah.
spins.
Yeah.
So,
The power in his skating when he's on is unbelievable.
it's he is crazy
Mhm.
good sometimes,
Yeah.
and he was very much there, um, this week.
Well,
The free skate was a little bit
yeah. It was a little bit of the rest of what we've seen this season from him, but
different though.
not quite as bad. Yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah.
quite not
Not quite as bad.
nearly as bad.
Still a little floppy on the landings, but it was overall, yeah.
Yeah.
But it
Leave it
was
to
not what we saw at nationals, which was, you know,
which was weird. Nationals was weird because it was, like,
yeah,
great first half and then, like, flop second half,
yeah,
and here it was, like, a little bit of both, but
yeah.
not nearly as much of the flop,
He
and
didn't
he
get
yeah.
a rocker skating quad loop button after this free
No,
skate.
no, no. He'll need to earn his second one at the Olympics. But Kao Miura and Junhwan Cha were your top 2,
Mhm.
separated by 0.11.
Mhm.
It was very close. I still remember Kao was the last one to skate. And
Mhm.
so I was looking at the scores as they were coming in, and it was literally like when they first came in, he was ahead. Then they dropped his spin level to a
Mhm.
level 2 and he went
Mhm.
down. And then the components started trickling in and he was up and down and up and down and up and
Yeah.
down. And finally it like settled at at number 1 and it was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, that was close."
Yeah.
And it was going to be close given the mistakes, right? Like the mistake that Junwan had in the short, plus that
Mhm.
popped loop, and then
Mhm.
the sort of tentativeness of Kao Miura.
Mhm.
Uh, so it was a great top 2, and really, uh, you keep going down the list, and they keep being good skates.
Mhm.
Sota Yamamoto finally put something good down this season.
Yeah. His free skate was quite good.
Yeah, a popped Sao away from
Yeah.
winning the title.
Wow. Mm.
Yep, because he popped his quad Sao at the
Yeah, you're
beginning,
right. You're right.
and he lost by 3 points.
Yeah. Wow, soda.
But, you know, he's been so up and down, and it's always tough for him
Mhm.
to put down good skating in competitions, I'm not sure
Yeah.
why, and
Yeah.
this was good to see, and it gives you a sense of the type of skater that he is, and, you know, good to hear that he's going for at least 1 more season.
Mhm. Yeah.
Short program Kazuki came back. He was so good in the short,
And
again.
then the free skate was it was the best he's done this year, I think.
It
I
is.
mean, but, I stand by my opinion that he should have gotten rid of that program. I mean, I know it's beautifully choreographed, and I could see how it could be incredible if he were on, but, like, whew, it's it's been it's been a rough ride with that, and it's hard because that short program is so good. He delivered that short program here. That was, like, so good. I mean, the lightness in his movements, you could just feel the music animating him. It was like I was great. Um,
Those component scores for him for that short program were outrageous. You give that program 8s for
that's not
presentation?
that's not appropriate.
No, not
No,
at all
no.
appropriate.
That's a 9.5 program
He
when he
is like
skates it like that.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like again, judges, you can give them an 8 for skating skills if you want to, and give
Yeah.
them a 9.5 for presentation if you
Yeah.
want to. Like it's just like
Yeah.
it just it for me when stuff like that happens, it really diminishes the effort that skaters place on actually skating to the music
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
presenting a program as it
Because
should be
why
presented.
bother?
Yeah,
Just
exactly,
hit your
exactly.
quad
Like
and you get the components.
if you're gonna give me 8.5s
Yeah.
anyway, like what's the point?
Yeah.
Um, but like he was so good in it. And when you perform like that,
Mhm.
it takes so much out of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes me mad.
Mhm.
Um, Misha Shidorov had a much better competition here, and I mean, then Grand Prix final for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Uh,
I still that free skate, it's like and I'm one of the few people who is not turned off by the music. I like how weird it is. I where's the choreography though? It's just like he's just ping-ponging back and forth to jump. Um, and I wanna see weird movement along with the weird music, you know? He won this competition last year, and he was I mean, yeah, um,
the thing that I took away from this one, like he is gonna be a very outside medal contender at the
yeah,
Olympics. He will need to be perfect, perfect, perfect. Um, but the thing I took away from this competition was that his jumps were cleaner. Um, and he there was a little bit more of that confidence back in his skating that we've seen in the past, and so
mhm,
it's a good step forward.
mhm.
But you know who had the confidence? Boyang Jin.
Yeah, yeah,
Holy moly!
yeah,
Like I know Boyang, your these programs are not up to your like old standards in composition and all that stuff, but like who cares? Like
mhm,
he's skating in his third Olympics.
yeah,
He comes in as consistent as he has been in a very long time.
yeah. He seems happy.
He seems like he's having a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So I still don't understand the Ed Sheeran and Andrea Bocelli.
N they're singing to each other about
I
how perfect the
I
other is.
don't yeah, I know. Like the original song was just Ed Sheeran singing to someone.
Yeah.
And then
I think
there was like a different version of it where it was him and Beyonce sort of singing to each
yeah.
other. And then there's this like Italian version
I think
where like
Andrea Bocelli needs to say no sometimes.
I know
This is like I think this is beneath him. I mean, honestly.
it makes
Don't
me
you have some
so confused.
opera areas you could sing? It's like this
It
yeah. Anyway,
makes me very confused.
yeah.
Tomoki Hiwatashi in seventh with two very good programs. Frankly,
Mhm.
a couple of programs that would have made a difference at nationals.
Mhm.
He had all level
Maybe.
fours. Well, he had all level fours on his
That
spins.
would've. Yeah,
That
that's a big achievement.
that
He went through some training before this competition.
that would have single-handedly put him into second or into third place
Really?
at nationals. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Those spin levels
That's
were
infuriating.
they were so bad at nationals
Yeah.
and everything I mean it was just part of the tentativeness of the whole
Yeah.
program at nationals. Um but also Jacob Sanchez.
He was so good in the free skate.
Oh,
Gorgeous, gorgeous skating. I know he was in the second to last group, but I'm still a little irritated that his components were where they are. 77? I mean, yes, that's higher than what the men around him were scoring, but I mean, Roman Sadovsky got a 79. I mean, what is that, like the quad difference? I feel like Jacob should definitely be getting higher components than like Shidorov, you know?
it's the familiarity
Mm,
difference, unfortunately.
I don't know. I see that opening combo and I see that step sequence and I'm just like, 9. My finger just goes there.
I mean, his skating skills are mesmerizingly beautiful.
Yeah, could
Just
watch
like
him all day.
the way that he moves across the ice is so
Mm,
effortless.
mhm.
And it's so just I have
Yeah,
like and he's still young.
yeah.
He's got a lot of the way that he moves around the ice is very Jason Brown. Um, it's like a cross between Jason Brown
Mhm.
and like Nathan Chen. Like
Yeah.
I see similarities to both of them.
Mhm.
He has line, he has extension, he has all kinds of great stuff, and I'm excited to see him grow artistically and find himself as an artist because I think it's there. And I was tweeting about this during the broadcast.
Mhm.
I would love to see him skate to like a Jeff Buttle program, but not like a Jeff Buttle program that he choreographs, like a Jeff
Yeah.
Buttle program that Jeff Buttle himself would skate to because
Yeah.
that it's that kind of like he needs to take advantage of people choreographers who have that same sense of style that he
Mhm.
does, and I think Jeff Buttle could be one of those, like Alex Johnson could be one of those, right?
Mhm.
People who really could bring a different kind of skater out of Jacob and take advantage of the really incredible basics that are already there.
Yeah. Who used to do Jeff Buttle's choreography?
Lori?
Was it Lori? I don't know, it's not on his let me pull up one of his old, ABC bios. Let's see if I can find that quickly.
But yeah, Jacob Sanchez, while Michelle is pulling up bios,
Yeah.
um, so good. Roman Sadowski was not bad. He skated better this season, but uh, given that he fell on his first quad Salchow and then came back and
Yeah.
landed his second, like
That was the
he's
second
a
one was good. Yeah.
he's a different skater this season than he's been, and
Mhm.
it's good to see. You wonder if he's going to continue after this season.
Mhm.
Um,
I don't think so.
yeah,
I don't know if he's announced it, but I would guess not based on the way he reacted at the end of, nationals.
Nationals.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. And one shout out to Yusiang Lee for a really good free skate.
Yeah. Yeah. I love his skating, and I'm so glad he's going to the Olympics. I can't wait to see him in person.
I just he's one of those skaters where I wonder what he would be if he had more resources,
Mhm.
more funding, more access to everything, right? Because
Yeah.
you watch the way that he skates and he really is a very natural talent. And, you know, what
Mhm.
if, right? What if?
Yeah.
Um, so that was your four continents championships heading into the Olympic Games. Oh my God, it's actually here.
Crazy. Crazy. We're gonna see
It's
all these people in a few weeks, or a week.
a week,
A
not even a
week?
few weeks, like
A
literally
week from today, we'll be there at practice. My gosh,
a week
Jackie.
from today, we will be asleep after we watched practices.
Hopefully, there are skaters there.
Well, team event skaters will be there,
Yeah,
at least some of them.
yeah,
Um, Michelle, you're leaving on Friday, right?
yep, and I'll get there Saturday morning, I think.
Yeah. I'm heading out on Saturday and I get there Sunday and I'm gonna basically throw my luggage
Yeah,
into the hotel and go straight to the rink because I think I land at like sometime mid-morning and
yeah.
there are practices in the afternoon that day and I will be sprinting to the rink.
Well, text me and see if anybody's there,
I know.
because if not, maybe you can just lay down.
That's okay.
TBD.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I'm fine with it. Um, Yeah, so it's gonna be so fun. Let's go back to the what are you obsessed about this week? What are you obsessed about, Michelle?
Junhwan Cha. Junhwan Cha. It's Junhwan Cha. I love that he went back to Loco. His free skate's beautiful. I can't wait to see him in Milan. I'm so happy with where he is and that he's kinda turned the corner,
Can we
and
also say that he's back in the medal contention
as he
conversation?
absolutely is. Yeah. Let's go.
And get that quad toe back in the short program.
Mhm.
Oh boy, if he does.
Well, you know what? Maybe you can try it out in the team event, see how it goes,
Yeah,
and then,
exactly.
what are you obsessed with?
Yuna Aoki.
Yes.
How do you not? How do you not? I will finish this and go and watch that free skate again. So good.
Hmm.
I just we won't see it at the Olympics. But do we see it at Worlds?
Maybe. Maybe. Is she the first alternate? I
She's
think
the
she is.
first. She's the Rinka is the first. No,
Arinka.
see, I'm once again confused.
Rinka's the first to the Olympics, but Yuna might be for Worlds? No, she's the second alternate.
I'm here. Okay. Rinka is the first alternate for the Olympics, and Rinka is the first alternate to Worlds too. So it's
Um,
Rinka and Yuna, one and two for the alternates.
okay. Jeff Buttle's programs were all choreographed by David Wilson
David
from
Wilson.
when he was 15 through the rest of his career. So, Jacob Sanchez, get a David Wilson program in the style of Jeff Buttle.
and if you get if you get a David Wilson program, you might get a Sandra Bezic involvement in it.
Gosh, dream come true.
I know. All right. Well, the next time you hear from us, it will be about the Olympics. Oh my God. It doesn't feel real that it's happening because we've
No.
been waiting for so long. And it's excited to get it started. And then the 3 weeks are going to go by in a flash.
I feel like this Olympic cycle has been the shortest one yet. Like every other one felt longer, but like it feels like we were just in Beijing and, you know.
It's so funny you say that because I'm like, it feels like such a long time ago because it was
Really?
it was COVID Olympics. Like
Yeah.
it feels like a different era.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, I feel like we're still in like 2023 or 2024 and it was like a year or two ago, you know.
There are sometimes when I wish we were still in 2024. All right, well, for Michelle Ellis, this is Jackie Wong, chief skate nerd of rockerskating.com. Thanks as always to John Wilson Blades for your sponsorship and to Tara Nichols for being our fantastic editor and producer. And we will talk to you again very soon about the Olympics. Bye.